Hi everyone, it's time for the weekly video. I'd like to thank new subscribers and people who took part in the recent competition. I know that last week's video wasn't really very exciting unless you'd taken part in the competition, unless you were here in the UK and had a chance to win some prizes. So those prizes did make their way to a winner. I've received confirmation they received them. All is well and good there. In other news, it'll probably be a while till I do another competition, so I hope you stick around in between those infrequent moments, because you know it can get quite expensive and I don't always have stuff to give away. Did get some posts today though. First is this nice selection. There we go. Freaks, the Mystic and the Unknown, 3 films from Tod Browning, and I've only ever seen Freaks before. Freaks, obviously quite famous, quite infamous among horror films. There are a nice selection of extras on there. I think I've said it before, I tend not to often get Criterion discs because I think they're still a little bit pricey, so I'll get them if the film is definitely kind of an essential purchase in my view, or B, it's a nice pack, a complete package, you know, potentially more than one film. It's why somewhere about here I've got the big Bergman set that was region free. Cost me an arm and a leg though, I had to get that off eBay. I've got the Fisher King, I've got Eve's Bayou, and I've got the is it just called the Before trilogy, which I've yet to watch, but I've heard so many good things. The other film that arrived today is it's Barbie time. Yeah, I enjoyed that at the cinema. I've spoken about my experience of Oppenheimer and Barbie, doing the Barbenheimer double bill. I wanted to own the Blu-ray to just continue supporting the film and enjoy repeat viewings of it. And it reminded me of the I've spoken about film snobbery before, and gatekeeping. We get that a lot in the horror genre community, and well, I say a lot, but you know, yeah, comparatively, it's something that you know, even if it's not a lot, when it arises, it's problematic and it's not nice for people who are new to the horror genre or who are just trying to enjoy their own tastes and liking what they like. On the podcast between ourselves, we often have discussions and debates, particularly with Tyler and his tastes. I disagree quite often with Craig and his tastes. Dave rolls his eyes at all of us, so we're all coming from different places and we can politely disagree. We're friends, so we can insult one another in a friendly way, but it's all good fun. I think particularly in October as well, horror fans do get a little bit fed up of people who might just say, you know, oh, tell me a good horror movie, or nothing scares me, give me something good. And I get it, there's a way to ask that question. Particularly, there are people who've maybe heard about The Exorcist for 50 years and they watch it, and nowadays they might be 18, 20 years old and like, well, The Conjuring's scarier or Insidious is scarier. They haven't really been in a time, place, a context to appreciate the full impact. So that can be frustrating. It's also frustrating if people give you no idea of their tastes. Oh, give me a scary movie. Well, what scares you? You know, The Exorcist may be scary to someone who's now who's been a parent, who has maybe watched their child go through problems, whether they're physical or mental. It may be scary to someone who has very strong faith. The Descent is a film I love, I think super scary, but maybe extra super scary for those who are claustrophobic. You know, Rosemary's Baby may be scarier for parents or parents to be. There's different things for different people. So if you're asking, then please try and give a little more information in your request. And if you are replying to people who are asking, then please remember that everyone is at a different stage in their journey through cinema, through horror cinema, through any kind of cinema. And every film is a first time watch for someone at any day. That came about because Barbie, I actually ended up unfriending someone on Facebook over Barbie, and I'm sure in their mind they'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe someone unfriended me over Barbie. And they weren't being a bad person, and they weren't you know, themselves being particularly snobby or dismissive, but it felt to me like they were almost a lightning rod for this conversation, because it was, you know, dismissing it because it couldn't be art, because it came from something commercial, it couldn't be this, it couldn't be that, you know, whatever. And they'd said, you know, but if you enjoy it, you do you kind of thing, which was very you know, fair, and that was fine. A lot of the replies were people jumping from this comment to dismiss the film entirely, to say what it couldn't be, to say what it couldn't do, to you know, it felt like to dismiss the opinions of many people who'd already enjoyed it. And again, that's not necessarily so bad if people are delivering an informed opinion. But many of these people were saying, I didn't see it, I've no intention of seeing it. So you don't know what the film's like. Like, you don't. You can assume what you think the film will be, and some of those assumptions will be correct. And if you've read up on it, you may know more than you would have if you've been going into it blindly. But if you're not interested in that at all, then why would you read up on it? But you don't know what the film's like. So dismissing something that you don't know is as bad as just blindly embracing something before it's released. It is the same as you know, a stance that people have taken with auteurs or other films or filmmakers that are maybe a niche market that people love. Barbie's not a niche market. I'm not saying it's made by an auteur or it's an auteur film. I'm not putting that label on it. What I did say at the time was, I remember Andy Warhol made some great art from some soup cans. So that was a flippant comment that underlined the fact that art and commerce aren't necessarily different things, particularly in the movie business. Show business has the business part of it. And it was a kind of crazy little discussion to watch. And my former friend who had started this, you know, perhaps inadvertently, but this whole pile-on to the film was just agreeing with everyone who agreed with them, and yes, and let's laugh along and let's just keep dismissing the film. I think that's you know, that is as ignorant as an opinion can be. It doesn't matter if you've seen 99 out of 100 films you are talking to people about. If you've not seen that 100th film, but you're giving your opinion on it, your opinion is not an informed opinion. It's an informed opinion about the 99 films. But if you've been asked to speak on 100 films, or if you're giving your opinion on 100 films, you need to have seen those 100 films. Anyway, that is the strange journey that I went on with Barbie. So if anything, I'm now more proud than ever to own it and have it as part of my Blu-ray collection, as silly as that makes me. There are a couple of deliveries due this week. There's some really good stuff coming this week. An indicator delivery, and something that I managed to buy from someone at an amazing price, and it's a multi-region affair. That means at some point I need to get a multi-region Blu-ray player, but in the meantime I will own this because I couldn't pass up the price it was being offered at. So I will show that. It is yeah, it's something I may need to not necessarily blur out because I don't have the technical know-how, but I'll need to be careful with showing that on YouTube. The videos I joined in with Dr. AC and co, they are all on YouTube now, and I'll be linking to his channel again so I can mention them all now. We discussed Renfield, that was the last one to pop up. We discussed Deadstream, and way back a couple of weeks ago we discussed Sharksploitation, the documentary. They were all fun. I really love speaking to Dr. AC and the people that he gathers together for those conversations. Wonderful variety of people and a great mix of films. He's still raising money for a good cause, so hopefully if I put a link for the channel you can have a look and see that. And this week coming up we have, surprise surprise, Hatchet 4, Victor Crowley. We have Dead End, picked by Dave, and the Hills Have Eyes remake, picked by Tyler, because it gives him a chance to wallow in some misery and grime, as Tyler is wont to do. So I'm sure that some people have seen at least one of those films. They are quite different films, but it is certainly one way to end the month of October. And then we will go on to some perhaps non-horror fare, but who knows, there may be another horror title coming up. And Craig is hoping to rejoin us next month. He's got a little bit on, so it was nice of him to join us for some conversation. He's off again and he should be back at the start of November. I may even pick something nice for Craig. I am not picking a Don Doler movie though. Craig won't watch his video, but if he does, there are no Don Doler movies being picked by me. That's it. I hope if you've picked up Barbie that you enjoy it. I hope some of you have certainly picked up the Tod Browning set, and I hope you enjoyed this video a little bit more than just the rather dull competition winner announcement video from last week. We've had a few more subscribers. I would love to keep hold of you. I really want to keep growing that number, and it would be nice if you all keep sticking with us for the journey. Until next week, bye.